Jeremy
Gabby
Dennis.
Tolber, Orlando, Florida.
Idris Alaka, Brooklyn, New York.
Welcome. We're going to get started in 2 minutes.
Jeremy Dennis, Festus, Missouri.
Welcome, Jeremy. Send out those last few text messages. We're going to get the speaker here on soon, and we're going to get this meeting started.
Hi, Juan. Kadisha from Maryland.
Welcome, Katisha.
Hey, Juan, this is Roberto from Rancho Cucamonga.
Hey, Roberto. Welcome.
Thank you.
Lonzo Lascano from Long Beach, California.
Welcome.
Keith Cancel, Boston, Mass.
Hey, Keith. Welcome.
Prince Dominguez, Long Beach, California.
Welcome, Chris. Great to have you, sir.
Amelia Hernandez, Bellflower, California.
Welcome.
Carlton Campbell, Queens, New York.
Welcome. All right.
What's going on? Luis Rangel, Downey, California.
Mr. Luis Rangel, welcome.
Shannon Chapman, Chicago.
Welcome, Shannon.
Earl Hervey, represent Inglewood, California.
Welcome. Let's see.
Mark Stewart, Los Angeles, California in the building. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Mark? Welcome, sir. Okay, guys, we're going to give it a few more minutes. Let's send out those last few text messages, letting everybody know to hop on this call. And I think we have our speaker online. We'll get started in a few minutes.
Ignacio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What's up, Ignacio? Welcome.
Mike Sullivan, Boston, Massachusetts.
Welcome, Michael.
Carlos Delgado, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome, Juan.
Pete Abraham, Southern California.
Welcome, Pete. Welcome, sir.
Brenda, Denver, Colorado.
Welcome, Brenda.
Dr. Arlene, Maryland.
Welcome, Dr. Arlene.
Raj from Austin.
Welcome.
Hi.
Okay.
Keith Williams out in New York City.
Welcome. JC, mic check, sir. Are you on here now, sir?
Yes, sir. Let's finish these introductions and we're going to get started, brother. I'm logging on from the computer.
Okay, great. We'll take it a few more minutes. As you're coming in, announce your name and where you're calling in from. Make sure you also do have something to write with. Pay attention to this meeting and send out those last few text messages. We're at 75, 80 people right now.
Brent Charles, Houston, Texas.
Welcome, Brent.
Lady Cooks from Virginia.
Welcome.
Mark DeLeo, San Francisco.
Great to have you. Welcome.
Tim Neal from Puerto Rico.
Hey there, Tim.
How's it going?
Katrina Simpson, Harlem, New York.
Welcome, Katrina.
Ben Johnson,
Nita from New Jersey.
Welcome, Nita.
Rajkoti Raj from Austin, Texas.
Welcome.
Francisco from Atlanta, Georgia.
Welcome, Francisco.
Sarah George, Maryland.
Sabrina, Houston, Texas.
Welcome, Sabrina. Let's see.
Laura, South Carolina.
Welcome.
Audra, South Florida.
All right.
What's up, everyone? This is Calvin from San Jose. Gonna be flying into LA tomorrow, so super excited.
Nice. It's great to have you here, Calvin. Welcome.
Jessica, Downey office.
Welcome, Jessica.
Hello.
Jessica's the best.
Thank you, Calvin.
Adrian, Pico Rivera, California.
Welcome, Adrian.
All right, all right. Sick.
Are you gonna need both logins, JC, or okay, cool. There you go. Cool.
All right. Thank you very much. Juan, we are going to get this meeting started. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you guys text your team. We are about to get started. So we're going to go at least an hour. I'm going to try to finish this by the top of the hour, but I don't know if I'll be able to, but get ready. And congratulations once again. And remember, we are taking a look at who are the people that are on here with their cameras on, because we take screenshots. We take screenshots of every row, so we could go ahead and get you that certification. Remember that there are 2 trainings that you can miss and make them up, watch the recording in order to get your certification. That's fine, right? We figured that 2 out of all of these that we are doing is a fair number, right? So I like to go here, and I love to see all your beautiful faces. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm very excited. So we're going to go ahead and get this meeting started. So some of you guys, I see you on your phone. It's time for training. So it's time to put down the phone and it's time to pick up the notepad and let's get it going. So that being said, let's share the screen. Okay. And we're going to go through team building training. This is called becoming a master builder. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the builder as far as the membership is concerned, right? I'm talking about becoming a master team builder, right? So this is team building training. So let's jump right into it. So here's the deal. There's a few ways to create a residual income for yourself. You could either become a music artist, write best-selling novels, become a famous actor, sell insurance, buy a rental real estate, okay, build a network marketing business with a recurring subscription model. How? What do you know? Let's look at a couple things. So for the first 3, the odds, guess what? They're stacked against you and me, okay? I can't sing and I can't dance and I don't want to write fiction, right? Acting is not going to work out for me either. Maybe it is for you. I don't know, right? I can sell insurance, but there's a lot of competition there. And not to mention, it's a very grueling career. I don't like the chargebacks. I don't like the licensing. It's different, right? So let's compare the last 2 options. Let's assume that your desire is to create $2,000 per month in residual cash flow. Here's what it would take using these options. So let's go here. Let's say you buy a home, ladies and gentlemen, with a mortgage of a $250,000 mortgage, right? Your monthly payment is roughly $1,500. Let's assume you could rent it for $2,000. That gives you a $500 per month gross residual income. Keep in mind, this is before taking any of the expenses. This means that you would need to take out about $1 million worth of loans to buy 4 homes to generate you $2,000 gross income. That's one way to do it, okay? And that's, once again, before expenses. Or you can hit Builder 2000, which it's not the hardest thing to do. And in my opinion, it's significantly easier than doing this, right? So master builders are excited. So let's get into, first of all, some of the attributes of a master builder. And Juan, let's make sure, Juan, that we are monitoring the chat throughout this presentation, please. Okay. So yes, indeed, camera's on. So builders are excited. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. Ignorance on fire beats intelligence on ice. People will be more impressed with the height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. You will scare 1 person out of 10 by being too excited. Okay, but you will scare 9 out of 10 by not being excited enough. Okay, you've got to be excited. One thing that you'll find when you talk to Sam Bean, when you talk to Ed Ayala, when you talk to Julio Aquino, when you talk to the top leaders in the company, ladies and gentlemen, the energy from these leaders is different than everybody else. You got to decide to be excited, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. I'm going to get into some personal development on the excitement level, on the excitement slide. Look, top builders, top team builders, right? 6-figure, especially 7-figure earners, ladies and gentlemen, understand, and you hear me talk about this often, we understand the importance of our feelings, our emotions, and our thoughts. We understand that we are building our reality as we go. We understand that we are attracting into our lives and our business as we go. Your emotions, whether positive or negative, are attracting something. A depressed mindset and feeling is one of the worst frequencies that you can be in. So I'm not going to get into a law of attraction training, okay? The Bible teaches on the law of attraction training without all the crazy stuff, okay? Because I believe in it, but there's some crazy stuff out there. There's some really far stuff out there, right? So here's my point. Not only do I believe that there is life and death in the power of the tongue, but my feelings on a daily basis, not only do they attract through natural laws, keep this in mind, there's man-made laws and there are natural laws. This is a golden nugget I'm going to give you. There's man-made laws and there's natural laws. Man-made laws you could break. Natural laws you cannot break. You could break the speed limit law. You cannot break the law of cause and effect. You cannot break the law of attraction. You cannot break those laws because they're natural laws that exist on earth. The law of sowing and reaping, right? The good book talks about the law of sowing and reaping. I guarantee you, listen, man, you got a team builder, whether consciously or unconsciously, have great charisma. They have great charisma. People like them. There's something likable about that person. Why? Because they smile, because the way they greet you, the way they mention your name when you're talking, the way they are interested instead of trying to be interesting. That's another gold nugget, by the way. You want to be interested instead of being interesting. I've had conversations with friends of mine, and they would ask me, sometimes they still do, about, let's say, for example, advice on dating, right? Some of my single friends. And one of my friends was talking to me the other day, and he's telling me a situation with a young lady that he met. And I said, that's what you said in the conversation? He says, yeah. And you said this too? Because he's telling me, right? And this is like a while ago, right? And he says, yes, that's what I said. I said, bro, you're trying too hard to be interesting. You should try more to be interested. Ask genuine questions about the other person. When I'm prospecting and I'm meeting people, let's say I meet a real estate agent at a networking event and I'm asking them, how long have you been in business? What company do you work for? Okay. How has these recent changes in the market been? How are the interest rates treating you? And as they're asking questions, and as they're responding to me, guess what I'm doing? I'm giving them physical and verbal feedback, right? I am smiling. I am laughing at any joke that they say. I'm saying things like, wow, that makes sense. No kidding, man. Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. And I'm smiling. And from time to time, I'll even tap them like on the shoulder, right? Hey, man, that makes sense, bro. Hey, listen, I had a really good time getting to know you, man. I'm excited for you. I think you're going to have a great year, right? And I'm building rapport. Guess what? Charisma could be learned and could be taught. A great team builder has charisma. And guess who you want to have charisma with as well? Your team. We're talking about team building. You want people to like you. I like to say things like this. Hey, Erica, can I be honest with you? Or Erica, can I be brutally honest with you? Erica says yes. Then I use something called build, break, build. Write this down. Build, break, build. So if Erica is saying something or she's making some mistakes and I want to correct her, I like to, how should I put it? I like to let them know. It's kind of like you're slapping somebody with a velvet glove, gently, but you're still getting the point across. So I go build, giving them a compliment. I'm letting them know what the problem is, what the mistake is, and then I finish off with a compliment. That is not only leadership, but that is charisma. Team builders are excited and team builders have charisma. Team builders, you are the general of your ship. You are in a ship. We are on the way to the promised land on this ship. And you are the general. And guess what? As the general is supposed to be excited and have a great attitude, greater than those that he or she leads. If you guys are getting value from this, I want you to tell me in the chat that you're getting value from this. If you guys are, if this is making sense to you, because I'm giving you the goods, man. Hey, by the way, I'm going to cover a lot of stuff today, like I've been covering these other days. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get everything. You're going to go back, some of you guys that have the discipline are going to go back and watch this in 3 months or in 6 months or in a year, and you're going to learn stuff you didn't learn the first time. Some of the things that I said, you're going to watch the recording, it's the exact same thing. You're going to hear it again, and guess what? It'll click for you that time versus the first time. Why? Because you've grown. You now understand things that you didn't understand before. If you don't think that you are charismatic, I'm here to tell you, believe me, sometimes you just got to believe even if it doesn't make sense to you. If you don't think you're charismatic, you need to know that you could become charismatic. If you don't think you're confident, you need to know that you could become that confident person. I'll tell you a little backstory on me. Born in Mexico, brought to this country at the age of 6. I was in special ed classes until the 10th grade. I was not charismatic. I was not a popular kid in school. I certainly was not voted most likely to succeed. Again, I was in special ed classes till the 10th grade. I didn't learn to read and write until the 10th grade. Spanish was my first language. Okay? I did not learn to read and write till the 10th grade. It's not like I was brought up like I'm bringing up my son, letting him know that he's destined for greatness and teaching him things. I wasn't taught those things. But I surrounded myself, and somebody told me, a mentor told me, you can grow to be the man that you want to be, but you got to make sure you hang out with the winners. And you've got to be more coachable than everybody else. And you're going to take your licks and you're going to take your bumps. But along the way, you will start growing. If you just get 1% better a day, 1% better a week, even if you get 1% better a month, that's 12% better a year. That's more than most people are getting better. But most people will not give it the time necessary to be successful. And that's why they don't deserve success. Because you don't. I don't. I don't deserve success if I don't give it the necessary time. It's an apple a day that keeps a doctor away, not 7 apples on Sunday. It is a consistency. You're going to get people that quit. That's a part of the business. Know that right now. As a team builder, a professional team builder, I know there's people that are going to come into your business excited as can be. They're going to conquer the world. And some of you guys are going to get extremely excited because it's somebody so excited. Then they quit a month later or a week later. And then all of a sudden master builders do not get on the emotional roller coaster. That's a golden nugget. Master builders do not get on the emotional roller coaster. Most people do. Some will, some won't. So what next? We're going to cover that today. So let's keep going. Okay, let's go. By the way, I see Juan Carlos here. Is Fabian on here? I didn't see him on here, Juan Carlos. Let me know. And if he's not, make sure that he gets on here, brother. Okay? Here's why you need to build a business. You work 5 hours a week. That's 5 hours. You build a team of 5 people that work 5 hours a week, 25 hours. They do likewise. That's 125 hours. Okay? Total, you're at 155 hours worth of work that you are getting paid on. You need to know this ahead of time. And yes, it seems simple, but listen. Let me give you another golden nugget. You've got to believe, you've got to borrow somebody else's belief if your belief isn't big enough yet. There's people like me telling you right now, I know what it's like to get paid on thousands of hours of work that I didn't put in. And I want you to experience that, and I want you to know that it's possible for you. And I got people that tell me, I don't like where I'm at in my business. I'm like, how long have you been involved in this profession? The team building profession, the network marketing industry. This long, bro, you are way ahead of me. And the day's gonna come where you're 10 years older. That, can we agree that day is coming, right? 10 years is gonna show up whether we like it or not, and it's gonna more than likely show up faster than we think it will. Okay, when that day shows up, somebody is gonna say, I told you so. Either your people that don't believe in you, that told you you're wasting your time, that criticize you, are gonna say, hey, Jessica, Nita, Francisco, I told you so. Go get a job. Stop dreaming so big. That's pie in the sky. That's a pyramid the way that they're set up, which is a really weird thing to say, by the way. They're going to say, I told you so, or guess what? Your decisions, your actions will say, I told you so. Your results will say, I told you so. But the 5 years, the 10 years, or 1 year, they're going to pass by regardless. Okay? Let's keep going. Team builders, you got to be 100% confident that everyone will be afraid not to join you if they know that you know where you're going. I remember for me, it happened at an event. I was at that event. So I've been to a lot of events. I've been to a lot of meetings and trainings. This event is the event. I know. It's funny because some of you guys have gone to your spouses and said, baby, we're going to become successful. Then your spouse says to you, you really think you're going to be successful with that business? Then fast forward 6 months or a year from now, you go to an event and you've already been to training. Now you tell them different. Same thing, but different. Baby, we're going to get rich just with your posture and your confidence. Then he or she says to you the same thing, but different. You really do think that we're going to get rich, huh? Now why? Because you are so confident and the posture's in you. And guess what? That doesn't happen by not showing up. Success is watching you. That doesn't happen by not showing up. That happens because you showed up. Ladies and gentlemen, the majority of you are not going to be on tomorrow's business presentation. We say it till we're blue in the face. You show up with or without anybody. It's a part of the business. You got to see the full presentation about 50 times to master it. And remember, the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the name on the back of the jersey. This is a we thing. It's not a me thing. If I got a guest, my guest and I need the meeting. If I don't have a guest, the meeting needs me. And professional team builders, that's what we're talking about here. They're team players. Team builders are team players. They understand, hey, I'm going to be there for you because I want you to be there for me when I need you to be there for me. So I'm going to be there for you because you need me to be there for you. Team builders, professional team builders are selfless leaders. Selfless leaders. The opposite of selfish. Selfish people don't do too good in this business because this business is a push and pull business. There's two words that'll help you, that'll open a lot of doors for you. Push and pull. Why? Because I help pull people up to the next rank. I help push people up to the next rank. And they help pull me up to the next rank. And they help push me up to the next rank. And sometimes the people that push you or pull you are not even on your team. That's why yesterday, if you were on yesterday's training, which most of you were, by the way, tag me on social media on the amount of people that are here. Those of you guys, if you'd be so kind, some of you guys tag me, I greatly appreciate it. So here's the deal. What happens is this. I talked about it yesterday on the getting a workout partner. You should have a workout partner. If they're not in your organization, they can be sideline, they can be upline, doesn't matter. Find a workout partner that's going to say, I want to become a professional the way that you do. I'm going to follow the 8-point system the way that you are. Let's keep each other accountable. Let's go. Team building. Master builders know that everyone has a help me sign and an expiration date, an invisible help me sign and an invisible expiration date on their forehead. This is a golden nugget. When I tell you that, it's Q for write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a, you know what? Write it down. Okay? They have an invisible expiration date on their forehead. And it is your job to extend expiration dates until you eliminate expiration dates. I'll give you an example. I signed Johnny up. I'm just making up a name, Johnny. Johnny gets started. If Johnny has an invisible expiration date that even he doesn't know he has, okay? Even he doesn't know he has, okay? And he has an expiration that he doesn't know he has. It's in 30 days. And if I don't get this guy connected to trainings, going to certifications, connected to these are the fire. The Millionaire Mentor Zoom, the 10 a.m. trainings, the Tuesday and Thursday presentations, and right now these weeks, these trainings, they're the trainings in a cold bonfire in the beach. You don't connect your people to the trainings, they're gonna fizzle away and die, figuratively speaking. Your job as a master builder is to lead by example. It's hard for you to tell people to go do stuff you're not doing, by the way. That's obvious. So my job is I get Johnny started. I get him connected. We set some goals. Just the act of doing his game plan interview, ladies and gentlemen, extends his expiration date. You know why? Because for the first time probably in his life, we're talking about goals. We're talking about not only goals, but we're talking about dreams. What exactly are you going to do for your kids? What does life look like? By when will you become a mentor? By when will you make your first sale? Now he starts thinking of the possibilities. I just extended a couple of days. Then he goes to a training. You extend it a little bit more. Then he goes to a Super Saturday. You extend a little bit more. Then you get him paid. You just extended his expiration date 3 months to 6 months. And your job as a master builder is to learn the system, to become the leader. Notice keyword, become the leader. You got to become the leader that deserves a success. So guess what happens? What if you get started, you never did a game plan, you never did a launch, and you show up here and there? Now, the best thing you could do if you do that, I don't recommend you do that, but the best thing you could do there is make sure that when you do sign somebody up, you connect them to your upline leadership as soon as possible. Why? Because you want the upline leadership to be the influence with these people. Some of you guys, you're going to notice, and it already is happening a lot. There's some people in the company that came in and brought somebody underneath them, and the person underneath them is significantly more committed than the person above them. And guess what? That is a testament to the system and the leadership of the company. And that works in your favor. You want to add some fuel to that fire, you become that core person. You follow the system properly. This is next level. This isn't all the how-tos, even though we will get into some how-tos, but you got to know the mind of a master builder. Okay, and that's what we're covering here today. Okay, how you help. So they want you to help them and extend their expiration dates. Number one, be the example. Number two, make sure that they are launched properly, which is what? Fast start training, certification, game plan interview, launch event. And then after the launch event, let me introduce you 8 points. This is the ongoing system moving forward. 8 points. Don't miss the event. Don't miss the events. Sell them yourself. And check this out. The more success you have, the more credibility and power you have to inspire them. The less success, the less credibility and power you have to it just goes hand in hand. I want you to write this acronym down. BAR. I learned this from Ed Ayala. Shout out to Ed. I think he's on here. BAR. B-A-R. Belief is a B. Action is an A. Results is a R. So the bigger the belief, because you're connected, because you're around the bonfire, the bigger you believe. When you catch that belief, when you catch that vision, your actions will follow. Big belief, big vision, big actions. Now you take big actions, you start talking to 10 people a day, you start doing launch calls and 3-way calls and attending training, guess what happens? The results come. Now, can we agree, ladies and gentlemen, that when you get good results, your belief level increases? Of course. So guess what happens? You go from belief to action to results to increase belief to increase action, increase results, increase belief. Action, results, belief. Now you're just on this momentum cycle that whether you are you're doing this consciously or unconscious, you're doing it. And guess what? When you start to learn this, because you're plugging in and you're becoming that leader, you start to notice the bar working for your people. They believe big. So they took big action. That's why they're getting big results. And it's my job to keep them afloat. I just had a conversation with a couple of you guys today. I had a conversation with Jonathan, with Erica, with my brother, and I forgot who else. Gabby. And I said, right now that you've got momentum, you need to keep up that doggone momentum. You need to keep up that doggone momentum. I'm going to give you a bonus tip here for these trainings. As your team grows, you want to have as many different lines of leadership teams connected to these trainings. Some of you guys don't have a team member on the training because you didn't call them, but they would have got on. Some of you guys don't have team members on training because you're not a good promoter. And that may cost you the recruit. That could have been a stud. Professional team builders don't leave it to chance. I don't know who's going to become a stud, but here's what I know. I'm going to promote the lights out so the studs can rise to the top. So make sure that they're launched properly, make sure that they are connected to the system and get them paid. That's how you help them. Let's go. All you can do is all you can do. And all you can do is good enough. This is A.L. Williams. He was the original creator of Primerica. The guy's a billionaire. Billionaire. I've shared some of his trainings. There's an amazing audio training that he did in the 80s, I think. It's called Just Do It. It's on YouTube. Somebody share it on the WhatsApp group, please, and the Facebook group. And by the way, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, get on the Facebook group, guys. Somebody put the Facebook group on the chat, please. You got to be connected to the Facebook group, guys, especially, those of you guys on Facebook. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is good enough. Why do I say that? Because people will quit on themselves. This is part of the game we play. Don't take it personal. Here's a golden nugget I'm going to give you. Here's a golden nugget I'm going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, on the team building side. Pay attention. Some people quit. Some people are just going to be worth a couple bills that they collect, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Some people are going to be worth that coded bonus that you earn for every recruit, $20. We really pay $50 in that coded bonus, right? But that's through debt. So individually, you collect $20. That's what some people are going to be worth. You need to know that ahead of time. But all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is good enough. The key here is all you can do. Question: did you do and are you doing all you can do to successfully launch your business so you can lead by example and take other people through the proper way to launch their business? And if you did, guess what? All you can do is good enough. But here's what happens. We're going to talk about taprooting. When somebody comes in, they're at their highest level of enthusiasm and lowest level of knowledge. So because they are there, your job is to get them into action and get to your people's people. So I recruit Johnny. Johnny gets excited. Let's schedule your fast start training, bro. Let me give you a little tip in 2010, 2009 that I was doing that got me to become a great presenter. I would have me or somebody from my team sign somebody up. I said, let's meet at Starbucks to get them trained. I would meet at Starbucks and I would do fast start training for them. I do 2, 3, 4 a day sometimes. Then we do a fast start training. We get them to make their list of their top 10. Let's make some phone calls right now. I just taught you how to make the phone calls. Let's schedule some appointments to meet at this very Starbucks. Then I would meet with them and do one-on-one presentations. I forced things to happen. I like to say this, and it sounds like a joke, but it's not. You got to have heart. You want to build a massive organization. You want to be a massive entrepreneur, a massive success. Let me tell you what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. It takes heart. You gotta, I joke all the time, but it's not a joke. I say, I got more heart than Hallmark on Valentine's Day. I want it. I want it more than you can imagine. I want it more than just about everybody. And guess what? My actions follow. I'm just telling you, man, I haven't stopped till 7 in the morning. I don't have to do these trainings. I can have somebody else do the trainings. But here's what I'm looking for personally. Let me tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 100 builder runner eagles. I'm looking for 100 leaders that are going to be the eagles, right? Like the bird, eagles, that are going to run and they want to make $1 million a year plus. I'm looking for 100 different lines of business that are committed to making $1 million a year. Now, nothing wrong with people that don't want to make $1 million a year, don't have a goal to make $1 million a year. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to support and help and love everybody. But I know that listen, man, there's 340 million people in America. I could find 100. Who wants to make $1 million for real? Don't just say it because it sounds cool. Like you really want it. That's what you want. And if that's how you want, that's okay. I'm just curious, who really wants to make $1 million per year or more? Because I'm looking for 100. If we get 101, I'll take it. We get more than 100, I'll take it. Now, even some of the people that are here saying me, guess what? Some of you guys, the statistics say that some of you are going to quit in the next couple of months, 3 to 6 months. Some of you guys won't make it to the convention. All of you that said $1 million a year, that means that you don't have your ticket to the convention. You've got a pack of 5 to the convention. Hear me out. You want to make $1 million a year. This is next level, guys. This is going to make you uncomfortable. You want to make $1 million a year? It isn't like tickets are up for sale, I buy it right away. That's not even good enough. You want to make 7 figures. You want to be a 7-figure earner. You got to act like a 7-figure earner. It's like, I'm showing up, come hell or high water. I'm showing up to that event with more than 5 people, but I'll get the 5-pack. Then I'll get more, then I'll promote and I'll get more. But I need to show up to the convention with no less than 5 people, and I already bought the tickets for it. That's a level of commitment. Think about how much $1 million is, right? It's about $3,300 a day, right? $3,300 a day. $83,000 a month to be exact, right? $83,300 a month. That's a lot of money. It's a great amount of money. It would be an insult to think that it takes anything less than that kind of effort. And we're not even done yet. Let's keep going. So make sure, by the way, we talked about core yesterday. If you don't say your core if you're not registered for the event. By the way, somebody put the link on here. Somebody put the link on the chat to the Las Vegas convention. Do not say your core if you're not registered for that convention yet. Can't say it. I'm gonna be brutally honest. By the way, I'm looking at all of y'all right now. I have a question for you before I continue. The question is the following. Do you all want me to be brutally honest or to sugarcoat stuff? You can put it in the chat, you can give me a thumbs up. Brutally honest, give me a thumbs up. Brutally honest. Anybody want me to sugarcoat stuff? Okay, good. Because if you did, I'd tell you this is not the Zoom for you. Okay? But not right, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Raw like sushi. All right, let's go. So, anybody that scored, a lot of you guys say your core yesterday. Here's the test, ladies and gentlemen. Are you registered for convention? That's one of the tests. Do you have your camera on? Are you following the 8-point system? Anyways, let's keep going. So I fully expect, because I know some of the people, I see the faces, I know who's registered, who's not. I want to see some of those tickets come through right now. by the end of the night because people are saying, you know what, I got to commit to the next level. So here's the deal. Learn how to next people. Some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Someone's waiting, so who's next? A professional builder, a master builder understands I'm not emotionally attached to the result. People are going to come, people are going to go. My personal recruits, and then some of the people on my team. Some of them are going to come, some of them are not going to go. We generate 8 points a day, and we inspire other people to generate 8 points a day. Write this down. I'm going to give you a bonus. The WIN formula. For your notes, the WIN formula. That's WIIN. 2 I's in WIN. The W stands for willing. You've got to be willing to pay the price, to be on training, to take copious notes. By the way, copious notes. You got to be a student. That way, one day you could be the teacher, right? So you got to take copious notes, be extremely coachable, right? You got to be willing. Pay the price in full. I got my ticket, JC. I'm coachable. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was going to say, JC, that I'm short on funds and it's Christmas in a couple of weeks, but you know what? I got to make a change. I will figure it out because guess what? That's what a millionaire in the making does. Just is what it is. It just is what it is. So willing. The I stands for inspire. Inspire and inspired. So that's the first I. How do you inspire? JC, how do I inspire? I'm new. I don't have the results yet. You inspire, first of all, yourself. You got to stay inspired. Second of all, by your work ethic, by your commitment, by your showing up. That's how you inspire. Then that story later will inspire others. Not this Millionaire Mentor Zoom, but last Millionaire Mentor Zoom, I shared, for those of you guys that were on, exactly 5 years earlier, I was knocking on doors selling ADT, and I was not doing good financially. Did that inspire anybody, by the way, seeing those 5 years? And I always say it takes 5 years to make life fair. See, I knew it then. I knew it then. And I said, shoot, this is going to be a great story one day. And guess what? I was excited. We're talking about being excited. I was inspired. The next I step, remember, is WIIN. So willing, inspire, initiative is the next I. You've got to be willing to take the initiative. They're telling me that I need to be registered if I want to be core and be a 7-figure earner. That's what we do to the Las Vegas convention. I'm willing and I'm taking the initiative to go and do it. Because I say I got to be coachable, I'm going to be coachable. If they say I got to get outside of my comfort zone, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I'm not negotiating. Here's the deal. Too many of you guys are negotiating with yourself. You negotiate with success, right? It's not what it takes to win. I'm going to tell you what it takes to win. And what it takes to win turns some people off. And I'm not going to set the bar low. I'm just not going to do it. Now, you don't want to make $1 million a year. You don't want to make $100,000 a year. You want to just make some part-time money. Listen, more blessings to you. I don't have anything against your goals or your goals. To me, happiness and success isn't money. It's my relationship with my creator, guiding my wife and my children to that relationship first and foremost, because I'm a believing man and I respect everybody's religion and everybody's beliefs. That to me is success. The love of my wife and my children, that is success. But money comes pretty close after that. Now, here's the deal. Do I believe that money, buys you love? No, I don't think money buys you love. I do think that money lets you fish from a bigger pond, right? I do think that money makes things more comfortable. I like the fact that my son goes to a Christian school that costs me $1,200 a month, and it's not an issue to pay it. And I love it. I love the fact that my son trains at the #2 or #3 jiu-jitsu gym in America, and he gets private classes. I love to be able to do that for my children. So yes, money is important. Money plays a part. Does that make sense? But I want to make something clear, right? Money is not how you measure success, but it's one of the measures of success, especially living in America, right? Man, you found out early on, didn't you? When I turned 18, I went to a restaurant and I realized men got to get their act together, because even the menu tells you, menu, you pay. Does that make sense? It's like, I'm going to pay this doggone bill. I remember going to a restaurant one day. I had $100. Then I was adding up in my head. I had a $100 bill. I was adding up in my head. I'm like, oh man, we are way over 100 now. I have no idea how I'm going to cover this bill. And I'm on a date with this really pretty girl. And I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to cover the bill. I said, I got to go to the restaurant. I went to the restaurant, called my friend Jose. Jose, I'm in Downey, California. You're in South Central Los Angeles right now. I need you to drive to, there was no Zelle back then. I need you to drive to Downey, California, to the Olive Garden. I need you to let me borrow some money. And I don't just need you to let me borrow money. I need you to drive to me and give to me, because I'm at the restaurant right now. I don't know how I did it, but I got my friend to cancel whatever he's doing, and he drove. That's a good friend. He's a good friend of mine to this day, right? So I learned early on. Let's keep going. Team building, speed and exposure. Whoever has the most urgency will win. When you get started and your people get started, you got to have speed and of exposure. Let's get you started, get you through the fast start training, get you to make your list. Who are the first 10 people that you are the most comfortable with calling? Let's get them out the way. Let's expose them to the business. Let's do your launch event. Some of you guys are going to take too long to launch somebody properly, and because of that, that person's going to quit. Listen, man, I know some of you guys have experienced it in your careers. You sign somebody up, it hasn't even been a week, they pay to join. Hasn't been a week, and boom, they don't even answer your calls. They pay to join, and they join the witness protection program, and they just join. Speed and exposure. A master team builder takes the initiative. So you got the W, willing, inspire, initiative. The N stands for never quit. Never quit. You can't fail if you never quit. Right? It's like, if I'm playing a game, a basketball game with somebody, I don't care how bad I'm losing. My philosophy is I didn't lose. I ran out of time. Okay? My philosophy is I'm a winner, dude. I just ran out of time. I'm going to tell you, hey, you got the win. Yeah, I'm not like a bad sportsman. I don't have bad sportsmanship. But the thing is, it's only a matter of time. Les Brown says it best. Les Brown says, it ain't over until I win. It ain't over until I win. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you guys in your first year, you're going to crush it. Some of you guys are going to take you 2-3 years to crush it. That's fine. Those 2-3 years are going to pass by anyways. Let's keep going. Now is the time. If you don't recruit your warm market, somebody else will, period. Don't have to spend a lot of time on that one. So here's a secret to success. TTMP. Talk to more people. Most people are not successful. They're not talking, and I'm not just talking about our business. I'm talking about solar, traditional solar, insurance, real estate. They don't talk to more people. Bottom line, you got to talk to more people. Okay? You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. That is true. This is a quote in network marketing. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. That part I don't agree with. I agree with the first part. The wrong person, negative people, not ambitious, no goals, no vision. You can't say the right thing to them. You got to next them fast. Remember, amateurs convince, professionals sort. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. A professional, as soon as we identify somebody that's pessimistic, that's not open at all, we spend no time on it. And not only that, we are unemotional, moving on. So you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, but you could indeed say the wrong thing to the right person. I got the right person. They're open. Solar makes sense to them. I could mess it up if I'm not a professional and I'm not prepared. You sure can. That's why you got to get trained. Listen, check this out. I've had people sit down with a real estate agent. Real estate agent totally open. Because I remember having the conversation, they're telling me about it. Wow, sounds like this is a slam dunk. They meet with the real estate agent doesn't sign up. And as the kids say, ghosts them, means disappears. I'm like, what did you say? Well, when he asked me if solar puts a lien on the property, I wasn't too sure. So I was like, I don't think it does, but this and that. Then he asked me, how come some people have 2 bills after they get solar? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, bro, you've been in the business 3 months. You haven't gone through the certification courses, and you clearly haven't gone through the solar crash course. You messed up a good prospect. Why? Because you're not prepared. So a master team builder, guess what they are? They are prepared. You know why? Because they treat their business like a business. You've got to treat your business like a business. So don't make the mistake of losing a good prospect because you set the wrong team to a good prospect. Okay, so let's talk to more people. Now let's go. 5 M's. A master team builder understands that more meetings mean more money. You got to get out there. You got to go and shake more hands. You see the people there, that looks like a networking event. You got to shake hands. There's 200 people in that doggone event. Let me challenge myself to shake more hands. Let me challenge myself to go to that doggone meeting with my business cards. Remember, number 1 key to selling isn't presentation, isn't knowing your objections. None of it. It's being prepared. The number 1 first rule of selling is you got to be prepared. So you look ahead of time. Here's an event. I'm going to go network. I'm going to join a BNI group. I'm going to join a network, a Chamber of Commerce group. You go, dress sharp, great attitude, mentally prepared because you've been training. You've got your business cards. Then you're there. There's 20 people here. I'm going to make sure everybody, this hand is going to shake 20 hands minimum today before I leave. Because I understand more meetings mean more money. And I need to talk to more people. Again, there's a difference between a 7-figure earner and a 6-figure earner. There's a difference between a 6-figure earner and a 5-figure earner. You need to learn. Sometimes it isn't about what's being taught. Sometimes it's about what's being caught. You're catching the fact that, JC's different. Sam is different. Ed is different. I did not know that this is actually what it takes to win. Now I know. I haven't been doing enough. I've been sitting on my butt, being lazy, being average, and that's why I don't have the results. More meetings mean more money. 5 M's and then 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor productivity. Got to be prepared. Congrats, all of you. You're here getting prepared. Master team builders do more meetings. I get Doug started. Doug, let's go ahead. Doug, by the way, welcome my friend Doug. San Antonio, he's right there. I get my friend Doug started. We got a call tomorrow. Guess what? I'm going to talk to him about doing his launch Zoom. Let's get 7 to 10 people on a Zoom. I'm going to get on and we're going to prepare. Guess what? That's a meeting. What if there's another Doug Mayfield there? What if there's another Idris Alaka there? Another Benjamin Davis there? Another Ignacio Padilla there? I don't know. But how am I going to know? By doing more doggone meetings. I don't know who's who, but here's one thing I do know. The more people I talk to, the numbers get in my favor, and that's what a master team builder does. Okay? So here's the 6 steps to proven closing. Oh, somebody's writing on the screen, so let's go ahead and check that person. RK, let's check on RK and get them out of here. Or maybe you're doing that by accident, RK, so let me stop sharing. Let's try this again. Sometimes that happens. So 6 steps to proven successful closing. Okay, let's go. Number 1, after the presentation, whether it's an in-person presentation or it's on a Zoom, ask the closing questions and be quiet. Okay, ask the closing questions. Pretty good stuff, huh? Hey, Louis, I see that you were on the Zoom. I'm glad that you were on Zoom. Pretty good stuff, huh? Louis says yes. Awesome. Hey, what caught your attention most about what you saw, brother? Or what do you like best? What caught my attention the most? The money. The money is amazing. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm doing an assumptive close. What is the assumptive close? Okay, perfect. That sounds like you're ready to get started. Or did you want to get started as a consultant or as a builder? I obviously recommend the builder. I'm making an assumptive close. If there's objections, they give me the objections, and the cushion for the objection is feel, felt, found. Or I'm glad you said that. Sometimes they say, hey, I don't know, man, this looks a lot like network marketing. I did network marketing a while ago, wasn't really into that. Hey, Johnny, listen, I'm actually really glad you said that. I thought I was the only one that felt that way. When I saw this, I thought the exact same thing, but what they showed me is that it's similar, but it's not. This is a brokerage, kind of like a real estate broker has an agency, right? We have a solar agency, but not just solar, water, home security. Keep in mind, in network marketing, the way to make money is by recruiting people. Here, we've got people making a six-figure income, even multiple six-figure income without ever recruiting a soul. So the recruiting part is completely optional. If you had your real estate license, brother, do you have to recruit agents? Is that mandatory? No. Same thing here. You have a brokerage. If you want to introduce some folks, go for it. If you don't, no big deal. See where I'm going with that? I'm so glad you said that. I thought I was the only one that felt that way. Or I'm so glad you said that. This business is designed for people that think that because blah, blah, blah. Or feel, hey, I know how you feel. My buddy Pablo saw the business and he felt the same way because he said the exact same thing you said. But here's what he found out. This is actually a brokerage and blah, 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 blah. But see, you don't get good at stuff you don't do. You got to do the doggone thing. You get on training and then you go apply the stuff. And then some of it works, some of it doesn't. Then you come back. Hey, how do you handle this? What do you do here? What do you do there? They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. So get going on those 10,000 hours. Let's go. So you overcome the objections and then you obtain commitment. What does that mean? That means you get them started. You open their business. Some people call it closing. I call it closing, but I also like to call it opening. You're opening somebody's business. Okay, let's keep going. So a master builder focuses on the 2020 vision. And I'm not talking about your eyesight. I'm talking about a master builder. Okay, not everybody's a master builder. That's okay. Focuses 20 personal recruited people on the left team and 20 personally recruited people on the right team. And they aim to do it in 6 months. It's a big number. Is everybody gonna do it? No, not everybody's gonna do it. Is it possible for everybody to do it? I personally believe it is possible, with very few exceptions. Okay. Now, here's what happens. When you go 20 left and 20 right. Now, what happens if you don't do it in 6 months? That's fine. You keep going. Keep going. But master builders, what I'm saying here is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Master builders set the bar high. Set the bar high. The 2020 vision, I've done it many times, made me a lot of money. I've had friends that has made them millions of dollars, made me millions. Master builders set the bar high. And here's what happens. If you go on a 2020 vision run, you will do more than you would have had you not had the 2020 vision. And your team will do more as well. Key, you will perform more as well as your team will perform more. Okay. Now, as you do that, 20 agents left, 20 agents right, you will duplicate some people in your organization. Here's what happens with those 20 and 20. 6 to 8 on each side will quit. 6 to 8 on the left, 6 to 8 on the right will quit. 6 to 8 will incubate. That means that they're going to stick around. They'll do some stuff here and there. They'll come and go. And that's okay. You're keeping. Some people are going to get started. They're not going to be committed. 6 months from now, all of a sudden, they're gone. Let me tell you what happens. I'm going to even stop sharing my screen for this one. Here's what happens. Very often you'll see this happen. I've seen this happen so many times. It's happened to me. But I've seen this happen so many doggone times. Somebody will recruit somebody. They're building a little business. They're not getting the traction they want, and then they slow down. All of a sudden, that one that incubated is like, hey, you still doing that business? Oh, I mean, not really. And that person was ready to go. Now you're not really got them to say, oh, I guess me neither. Or worse, this person will quit. That person that incubated comes back, says, hey, JC, hey, Jonathan and Jesse, I'm looking to come back, but my buddy Robert, he's not doing the business anymore. Can I re-sign up with some people that are working? Yes. Okay, let's get going. I see it all the time. 6 to 8 will incubate. 6 to 8 will take it serious. And then 2 to 4 will grow it big. That doesn't mean that the rest of them don't. 6 to 8 on each side will take it serious. But about 2, 3, or 4 will really take off with it. And you don't know who those are going to be. And most of the time, it's not the ones you personally recruited. Okay, let's keep going. Here's a master builder X factor. You want to know some of the actions of a master builder? I'm going to tell you. They're focused on showing the plan 4 to 6 times per week. Because when you are recruiting people and you're helping them with what we're learning here today, you will get busy. I'm going to tell you, man, there's a couple there's a couple couples, sounds funny. There's a couple of couples in this company that I'm very impressed with. One of them that comes to mind because I just see, by the way, I see some of the cameras are turning off. Okay. Let's keep the cameras on, guys. All right. Let's not let our foot off the gas here. So the reason why I say that is because some of these people, there's a couple that got started, Roxy and Matthew, and they had no network marketing experience. I don't think they even had any sales experience, but they're just this shy of Builder 1000. They missed it. Roxy missed it last month by 6 people. Roxy is about to hit Builder 1000. Matthew is Builder 500. Matthew's a mentor with the company. They're knocking out solar sales like crazy. They're knocking out water sales like crazy. They've done solar, security, water. By the way, do you guys, they for sure have some commercial leads. I don't know if they close a commercial lead. Let me know if you did, Roxy. But at the very least, they got commercial leads and they got launch events and Zooms almost daily. No experience in the industry. But you know what they did? Unconsciously, they became master builders. They're literally doing all this. Master builders focus on showing the plan 4 to 6 times per week. Master builders dig deep roots with their team. What does that mean? Some of you guys were here. We did a potluck, right? At the office. Those are things that dig roots with people. Going to have lunch with some of your key people. Going bowling with some of your people. Having conversations, talking about goals, having a workout partner, doing these extra things with your key people. When you grow a big team, you do events. Like some people throw Christmas parties or potlucks. That digs deep roots. Think of your team like a tree. The deeper the roots of the tree, the harder it is for the tree to fall. Now some of you guys are realizing why we do some of the things that we do. I take some people out to lunch. I have one-on-one conversations. I play pool with some of them. We do potlucks. You know why? Because I want to dig my roots deep because I'm a master builder. And that's what master builders do. Okay? Master builders are also great promoters. Most people are simply announcers. Master builders promote. Let's say you got a team of 10 people. 10 people. That's a small amount of people. Guess what that means? Every one of those 10 people should have got a call, not only to promote, but you got to be excited when you promote. You got to edify the call. You got to let them know, bro, you can't miss this call, dude. I know that you say you want to accomplish X, Y, Z. You got to be on this call, bro. Most people, if anything, they'll just announce, hey, here's a flyer. Or they assume that the team members saw it on social media or on the WhatsApp group and they're going to get on. No, master builders make sure that they are on and they call and get as many people to the meeting or training as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got started in this industry, there was no Zoom. We had trainings every single week. I drove 40 minutes to 45 minutes to the meeting every Monday for 2 hours. I paid $7 or $11, I don't remember, $7 or $11 to get into a 2-hour training. And I drove 45 minutes to there and 30 minutes back because there was no traffic every single Monday. And then on Thursday, we went to the same place, paid the same amount of money, took the same long trip for the business presentation for years. So we got good at promoting. So Zoom is nothing. Camera on Zoom is nothing. you need to know and hear these things so you realize that's true. It's what it takes to win is they're not asking for a lot. You know why some of you guys aren't getting the results that you want? Because consciously or unconsciously, you think that what's being asked of you is a lot, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot. If the work week, listen here. If the work week in America, what is it? How many hours? Put it in the chat. How many hours is the average work week in America for people? It's a pretty common, answer. People know what that number is. How many hours a week? 40. Now, people after 40 hours a week, check this out. People after 40 hours a week, they say, I'm tired. I work 40 hours this week. It's understandable. I'm not criticizing, by the way. If the work week was 20 or 30 hours a week, guess what people will still be saying? I'm tired. I worked 20 hours this week. Listen, man, listen. I learned this from, who is that guy that wrote Can't Hurt Me? David Goggins. David Goggins talks about doing extreme running and extreme exercise. He says, when you think you got to the point where you got no more in you, you're only 40% of the way of what you can actually do. Most people think, oh, it's because I'm tired because of this. Listen, there are exceptions. I'm not saying that. I'm not being insensitive here. But in most cases, they think they're tired because everybody says that they're tired with a full-time job. They asked Sam Walton, what does it take to become rich? How many hours should one work to become a millionaire? Here was his answer. He said, any 12 hours in the day will do. For those of you guys that want to make $1 million, Sam Walton, the owner of Walmart, said any 12 hours in the day will do. That means from 6 to 6, from 8 to 8, from 9 to 9, doesn't matter. Any 12 hours in the day will do. I remember being that person that I thought I'm putting really good effort in the business. Then when I saw what it actually took, what the top earners were doing, I realized, whoa, I'm not doing what it takes to win. I knew that also with my son. He's training at a jiu-jitsu gym. Like, okay, they're training good. Then when I saw him compete in a tournament for the first time and he got smoked, I realized, whoa. Then I checked out of the gym and said, whoa. They're not training the way they need to train to win, right? Some of you guys are learning here. Here's what it takes to win. And here's a cool thing. It isn't that bad. You could work here's what I tell people. Work your business 9 to 5, work your job 9 to 5, and work your business from 5 to 9. Does that mean it has to be every day? No. No, it doesn't have to be those hours. It could be other hours. But shoot, talk to people, man. What is our number one resource in this business? People. There's more people being born than the money that's being printed. Your number one resource is people. And there are more people being born than the money that's being printed. Okay, so here we go. Great promoters, they have the tools. Master builders have the tools, especially prospecting tools ready. I have an app that I mentioned it yesterday. That's a notes app. I have the sizzle videos in Spanish and English there for the business. I have the sizzle videos for customers. I have the 15-minute build presentation, the 23-minute build presentation. I have the Encore Solar presentation. I have the Spanish presentation. I have all the videos that I need. So when I prospect somebody, you better believe I'm not looking for them. I'm not asking in the group. You know why? Because the number one rule, step to success to selling, is being prepared. Make no mistake about it. Recruiting is selling. You're selling the opportunity. You're selling hope and opportunity. I am selling your kids their parents back. I am on a crusade because I know that I'm going to get people at convention come and hug me with tears and say, thanks to you guys, thanks to your training, thanks to your opportunity, my kids have their mom back, their dad back. That's why I do it. And there ain't no amount of people that could quit, that could tell me no, that's going to stop me from accomplishing my goal. Because I'm going to get kids their parents back. Because my kids have their parents, man. And I want you to experience it if you want it. But you got to want it. You got to have heart. I got more heart than Hallmark on Valentine's Day. And I need you to have heart. I'm telling you what it takes to win. The question is, are you going to do it? Do you deserve it? You can answer that question, but I'll tell you who deserves it. Your kids deserve it. Your kids deserve it. Did you go bell to bell? Did you get no's? Did you fall on your face today? You better fall on your face every doggone day. You better get uncomfortable every doggone day because your kids are worth it. That's my opinion. I'm fired up about this. This ain't a business. This is a crusade. We're on a crusade. A master builder and leader knows how to inspire people, dude. What did I say about the WIN formula? The first I stands for inspire. I see Jabari closing deals and I see him presenting the business. Showing the plan, showing the plan, showing the plan, showing the plan. Then before you know it, here's what happens. Here's how you start. I get in, get trained. Other people are showing the plan for me. Then I start showing the plan. Then I start showing the plan and training people. Whoa, there's an evolution in my business. Then I'm showing the plan, training people, and I got somebody showing the plan. Whoa. Right? They focus on presenter skills and duplicating presenters. The more presenters you have in your organization, guess what? The better you're going to do. You should focus on your presenting skills. Earl said, damn, JC, my boys deserve it. That's right, they do. Your boys, Earl, deserve it. What are their boys' names? What are your kids' names? Okay. Thank you, Kalela. So here's the deal. Focus on your presentation skills, and eventually you will duplicate presenters in your group. Some of you guys are not there yet. It's okay. Focus on creating layers of leadership. Master builders focus on creating layers of leadership. Master builders are problem solvers. I say it all the time. You can tell the size of a man by the size of the problem that gets him down. Some of you guys don't have problems. You have some people have problems. I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is this. Some people have situations that they think are problems. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again because you got to hear it more than once. If money or people could solve it, it's not a problem. It's a situation. If you haven't gone through the bulletproof mindset training that costs, by the way, $200 to $300, depending where you buy it, you should go through it. You get it free. If you're part of the business, you have the bulletproof mindset training in your Build VT. I've sold that training to a lot of people for hundreds of dollars. You guys get it free. Some of you guys are not where you want to be. And you know what it is with you? Your mind is weak. You have a weak mindset. And let me tell you something. First, you want to conquer the business world, you got to conquer yourself first. And some of you guys haven't conquered yourself first. You haven't conquered yourself first. You negotiate with success. You negotiate with yourself. And guess who you're also negotiating with? Your family members that you're doing it for. Or I should say your family members that you claim to do it for. Ooh, I know that. I know that's hitting hard. Listen, man, I'm a black belt martial artist world champ. I won a world title. I broke my nose for a world title and I broke my ankle for a world title. What you see is what you get. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is raw like sushi. Stop negotiating with success, dude. Stop playing in the minor leagues. Stop majoring in minors and start majoring in majors. Majoring in minors, making excuses, procrastinating, focusing on the negative instead of the positive. Instead of focusing on your growth, start majoring in majors. Majoring in majors, what is that? Problem solving, getting better, talking to more people, 5 M's, more meetings mean more money. Think about what I'm thinking about. Focus on getting a utility bill. Oh, I got an install that's taking long. I need an MPU. The commission is going to be less. Bro, we are in the solar industry in one of our divisions. It's a construction job. It doesn't matter if you're with our company or any company. Stuff-ish is going to happen, bro. Stop focusing on just that. Go. Listen, man, if you got 10 deals in the pipeline, I guarantee you it ain't going to hurt you that much. You know why? Because if you focus on majoring in majors, the minors, you're not even going to feel them. I've had deals when I lost $7,000 commission. You know what I said? That homeowner was such a pain in the butt, and the deal in the city was such a pain in the butt. Honestly, good riddance. You know why? Because when I was out just building, before we started this company, I have 50 to 60 sold deals in my pipeline at any given time. 50 to 60. Documented. Right? I had 40 to 50 frontline mentors. Frontline mentors. Jessica says facts. She saw the whole thing. Jabari saw the whole thing. Tony Denner saw the whole thing. My brother saw the whole thing. The YouTube videos getting recognized at that company are still up. Getting my $1 million jacket is still up. I'm not here telling fairy tale stories, dude. I do what I'm asking you to do. So be a problem solver. Also, Master Builders shop with the app. We're about to wrap this up. Master Builders know how to shop with the app. Here's what that means. I sign up Idris. Okay. But I got Kalela and Landon, saw the business, they're not signed up yet. I call Kalela. Kalela, how you doing? I'm good, JC. How you doing? I'm doing amazing, man. Listen, real quick, I know you're busy and so am I. Kalela, the reason why I'm calling you is this. I just talked to this gentleman, Idris, absolute stud. So Idris is gonna get started with this. You know, I edify Idris a little bit. I know that you're on the ropes, Kalela, about getting started. And are you thinking about it, or you're waiting to get paid, or whatever the reason is, doesn't matter. I want you to know this. I'm signing Idris up today. He's ready to go. Absolute stud. If you get started, I'll put Idris on your team. Because I got love for you. I thought about you. If you can't, no big deal. But I wanted to give you this opportunity first before I put him in. And guess what happens? Get her on board. Because it's a binary. They got to go on my left team or my right team. It's a dual team, right? So they got to go either my left or my right. Then I got Kalela and Idris. So I shot the app. I call Ignacio. Ignacio, what's up, bro? Everything. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. I got my friend Kalela and Idris. I edify them both. They're going in today. I know you're on the ropes. I know you're thinking about it. You had to talk to your wife, whatever the case may be. Just letting you know, bro. They're signing up today. You get started. I'll put them on your team. He'll say, well, I needed to talk to my wife, but if that's the case, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. Sign me up, bro. Let's go. Now I got 3 people. You know why? Because I'm a master builder. You know why? Because I show up. I show up. My mentor tells me to show up. Doggone it, I'm going to show up, man. Doggone it, I haven't been pushing it like I should be pushing it. I got more in me. Let's go. Let's freaking go. And here's the deal. The only variant is you. The company is the same for everybody. The industry is the same. The training is the same. The products are the same. The only variant is you. Here's a news flash, ladies and gentlemen. There's no picture at the corporate office with no sign at the corporate office with your picture that says, do not pay this person. The opportunity is the same for everybody. These trainings aren't like, oh, you're part of so-and-so's team, you could get on. You're part of another team, you can't get on these trainings. Oh, but my upline leadership is not good. Guess what? The company has an amazing system on its own that is available for anybody and everybody. You don't need no doggone body. Stop making that an excuse. Figure it out. Major in majors. Most people in the world major in minors instead of majoring in majors. Champions, Michael Jordan majored in majors. Kobe Bryant majored in majors. Major in majors. Think about what you're thinking about. Let's go. Make sure you master builders connect people to the system. They get excited. Complete trainings and certifications. Make their list. Launch event. Launch event. Launch event. Launch event. You haven't done your launch event? Do your launch event. Here's the system at a glance. Okay? I don't need to spend a lot of time on this. We talk about this all the time. This is the system. At a glance, take a screenshot. It's going to be gone in 2 seconds. And here we go. We're going to wrap this up like a burrito. Yeah, we got like 3 more slides, so I'm going to go through this. Tap Rudy. This is one of the most important slides, so I need you guys to hang in there with me. Watch the recording too. Let's go. Tap Rudy. Next level building. Tap Rudy in one line. right? One line in a line. So here's what I mean. When you recruit somebody, I recruit Robert. I want to dig 5 to 7 levels deep on Robert's. Robert signs up, fast start training, game plan, certification. Let's do your launch event. I want to recruit some people through him. So the people I recruit through him is level 2. We want to dig through them. That's level 3. We do the same thing with them. That's level 4. You want to dig in any team 5 to 7 levels deep. That when you dig 5 to 7 levels deep, you find the Eagles, you find the runners. Your best people on your team, ladies and gentlemen, are not more than likely, and most of the time, are not the people you personally recruit. Your job is you got to get your people, and it's like you're squeezing somebody through them. Then you grab them, you squeeze somebody through them. When you dig 5 to 7 levels deep, remember, work with the Willie. So maybe Robert isn't that serious anymore. But I got Jessica and Shannon and Shalinda and Jason through Robert. And let's say, for example, Jason and Shalinda are the ones that are gun-ho. They caught the vision. They're showing up and Robert isn't. Guess what? It's all good. Thank you, Robert. I hope you come back. I hope you build with us. But guess what? I'm going to the top. So I'll see you there or I'll see you from there. But that's where I'm going. Is this making sense to anybody? I'll see you at the top or from the top. I'm going to the top, bro. You got an invitation to go with me. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to retire my mom. I already did. But whatever your goals are, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to donate one day $100,000 to my ministry and to my favorite charities. I'm going to donate 100. That's a goal of mine, by the way. I'm going to donate $100,000 per month. So I got to create a lot of success in order to do that. This is my message to all of you. In order for me to hit my goal, I got to help a lot of people. Who wants to come? Who wants to be a part of this journey? In order for me to hit my goal, I got to help a lot of people hit their goals. So 5 to 7 levels deep. This creates momentum in one specific line. Boom, boom, boom. And guess what it also does? Now, let's say Robert is slowing down. Say, Robert, check this out. Jason Brown on your team, he was brought by Shalinda. They're a part of Shannon's team. They're crushing it, bro. They got another launch event going on, man. This guy already made 2 sales. Shalinda made 1 sale, and they're on fire, bro. I know that you've been getting distracted. The birds are kind of getting you a little bit, bro. Remember that training? Yes, brother. You got to come back, bro. If I were you, bro, but here's the deal. It's a different conversation. You know why? Because I'm not needy. Because I got momentum through him. Because why? I acted like a master builder. Let's keep going. You're building depth under key players by doing that, creating production, promotions, and payouts. And this establishes a right winning culture with skilled players. So let's go. Attitude of a top rooter. We're 2 minutes, guys. I work with the people that deserve me. I build new relationships and I get people paid by working under my existing leaders. And I always think long term. 5 years. Want to be a master recruiter and a master builder? You got to have a 5-year vision. Okay. Tap rooting tools, effective presenter, 2-on-1s, launch events, launching people the proper way, and bringing new people to events so they catch the vision. Okay. And you want to keep it simple, right? It's, listen, in a nutshell, sign up, fast start training, certification, game plan interview, launch. After that, follow the 8-point system, stay connected to the system. That's it in a nutshell. In a nutshell, that's what you do. It's about 4 or 5 steps, guys. All right. That's the end of it. So I appreciate everybody for getting on here. I hope you guys got some value. Wow, we went almost an hour and a half. So hope you guys got value from this training. Let everybody know that didn't attend the training, the value that you guys got. And here's what I want to hear. I want you guys not only just to post fire emojis there. I want you to put something, a sentence or a word or something that you learned from today. Get some rest. Let's move this momentum into tomorrow. Let's promote big for tomorrow's business presentation. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you identify, you separate the men from the boys and the women from the girls, right? Let's promote, get excited, keep building. That way, when you're enjoying the holidays later on, you feel good. You don't feel guilty, like, oh, I'm not really doing much. Get busy right now. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.